Coach, it's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
On the jump. 50 seconds left. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Ready.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check, check. Greystone travel. Greystone.
Second and 2. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Okay.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Now. 58. 58. 58. Come on. Go ahead.
Running out of the gun with Dixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
Open man is Higgins.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Here we go, set, 8, read. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that 5.
Third and 2, Locke's going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
60 outlaw.
You.
On first down, here's Breida. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
47's the mark, boy, 47. Check, 47.
We own them.
On second down, here's Locke. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there.
The ball comes out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 57's the mark. Ready, go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. Ready. 18 Gator. Got Charlie. Ready, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Here we go.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completes it to Dixon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll look to throw here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
The first down in the end zone. It's 2nd down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. See it. Yep. 58. 58 to Mike. We don't want this. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Now back to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Patriots nothing.
And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Set.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
Ready.
From the 39, Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what do you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
57. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. What happened?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Let's go now. Let's go now. Let's go now. 30 base. Let's go. I'm here. I'm done. Let's go.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0.
Broncos 17, Patriots nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Set, ready.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Strip that ball.
Set, go.
On third and long, it's Locke. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And do something.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now to the air. Rock. And he'll find Hall. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Clock will try again on 2nd down. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. An 11-yard touchdown. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Block again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Dixon complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Lights 57. 57's right. I hope he broke those hands. Go.
They'll set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
The Patriots take over 1st and
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Clock now on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. A final shot before half for Locke. Going for the deep ball. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, Locke looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Locke now, just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Breida, and an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30, and all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run with Breida. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. Block now to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Dixon running from the shotgun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a draw play with Dixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
No. Chopper. To the airport, drop. Mike.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give them 32 on the play.
Come on, set. 10-2, son. Get him. Ready, go.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Dixon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
This is Breida. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From midfield, here's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
I'm coming. after you. I'm coming after you. Check, check.
On second down, it's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A 3-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Dixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 7th inning.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Going right side here, and that's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Let's go, let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
36-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Hey, exit.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Shoot.
Lock now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
High 7.
Tighten up. Mike's 50.
Ready.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. A run by Dixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 30, 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. At their own 34-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Block now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Set, ready. Ten Lobo.
Right back to Dixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over.
Come on, set.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun snap to Lock. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.